Let me think.
Kachina, see Lolly, what's up?
We haven't managed to find anything. No one seems to know what actually happened back then.
Any luck with your mysterious Kukasaur? In that case, I'd suggest we set this aside for now. It would be great if we could get to the bottom of this, but not every historical mystery can be unraveled. We must also learn to live with the unknown. Just remember, as long as we stick together, no challenge will ever be too great.
Yeah, I'm sure everything will work out. Still, after all this investigating, it feels a bit disappointing to come up empty-handed.
Whew. Finally, dudes. Found you.
Aoife, what brings you here?
Kenichi mentioned you were on the lookout for a Kukasaur. Just so happens a strange Kukasaur has been following me the past few days. No clue why, but this dude's been on my tail ever since I got back from the Children of Echoes. Not gonna lie to you, bro, it's kinda freaky. His footsteps are totally silent, and after dark, all you can see is a silhouette. So I didn't even realize he was there until Kakuku suddenly flipped out last night when he went for a drink. His squawking woke me up, and that's when I finally spotted a shadowy shape outside the window.
That sounds terrifying.
I could tell it was a little Kukasaur from the shape. After observing him more closely, I figured out that he'd been following me the whole time, but that he'd just been too quiet to notice. Not sure if that's the dude you're looking for, but if so, you're more than welcome to get him off my back. The sooner the better.
Wait a second. Does that mean...
Yep, dude's probably hiding right behind that tree.
Do you think we should send someone over to take a look?
It's okay, I've got this. What the... How is that even... Guys, get over here, quick! There's nothing scary about this. It's just...
Wait, surely that's not...
Wait, shouldn't he have returned to the ley lines? Haven't they been fixed?
There are many possible reasons, but right now it seems that our priority is...
So why have you been tailing me, bro? If it's treatment you want, can't do much for you, man. Sorry.
He ran off.
Do you think he wants us to follow him? Oh, if only we had a Kukathosaurus on hand.
Hey, that's a good point. Where is Kakuku today?
He was so spooked last night that he rattled through every single word he's ever learned and then fainted. He was still out cold when I left.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's just follow him. It looks like he wants to take us somewhere.
like he's finally stopped.
Why have you brought us here?
So, is there something buried here, or what? You want us to dig it up?
These are...
Woven scrolls, yes. Albeit very crudely made, and heavily time-worn as a result. Still, they're just about legible. They seem to document the very last Bloomflower trials that took place centuries ago? But why would these be here? Come, let's read them together. These might just contain the answers we've been searching for this whole time.
So, have you figured out a way to save him?
Indeed, I have. As far as I can tell, we need ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals. That's about it.
That's great news. Don't worry, little guy. You'll be better in no time.
Well, it's not every day that the chief himself drops by to check in on your Saurian buddy. Not so busy these days, huh?
You know I'd come even if I was. You're my brother, man. I heard you've been beside yourself since Antu fell ill, so I was worried about you.
I mean, Antu means the world to me. I promised to stay by his side until the day he's fully grown, ready to spread his wings and soar freely through the skies. I mean, with him around, I've never felt lonely traveling through Natlan. Sometimes he's happy, and other times he's sad. Sometimes he has tantrums, but then he'll curl up beside me when I'm down. And right now, he needs me more than ever. I'll draw upon everything I've ever learned to help him get through this.
I salute your courage and wisdom, brother. But these sacred flame crystals you mentioned, are you sure they'll do the job?
Well, I've studied the essence of the sacred flame and read various related scrolls. Sacred flame crystals are born from intertribal conflict. Back when the tribes were somewhat united, they would occasionally hold Bloomflower trials in order to obtain them.
Seems like I've still got lots to learn, despite being chief. So, how can we use them? Is it really worth holding a whole competition just to get our hands on some?
Research on sacred flame crystals has been patchy to say the least, so there's never been a definitive conclusion. What we know for sure is that they can be used to treat certain chronic phlogiston-related illnesses. Others also say that they can be used to enhance a warrior's strength. There's something.
Enhance a warrior's strength?
It's speculative at best. We need to analyze an actual specimen to know for sure. As far as I'm concerned, as long as they can be used to cure Antu's illness, that's enough. Nothing else matters.
So you asked the chiefs of all the tribes to send people to take part in a scaled-down version of the Bloomflower trials? Remarkable that they agreed, given it wasn't so long ago that we were at each other's throats. Tensions are running high right now. If I were you, I wouldn't have had the courage to even ask.
I know, but I had no other choice. Fortunately, I've treated patients from every tribe, so the chiefs agreed as a way of returning the favor. With all this ongoing strife, it's been a long time since we've worked together on anything. This might be a good chance for reconciliation. Fighting side by side for a common cause, that's the way Natlan was always meant to be.
Let's hope so. By the way, what's with all this baggage? Heading out on a long journey or something?
I'm heading out to search for ocean zephyrs. In the meantime, I'll leave the trials in your capable hands. Just please make sure it all goes smoothly.
Come on, that goes without saying. Rest assured, I'm your brother after all.
Thank you. And Antu, be good while I'm gone, okay? Once I return with the ingredients, you'll be back on your feet and running around in no time.
Himara! How could you stoop so low, ambushing us on the field like that?
Ambushing? You've no one but yourselves to blame for underestimating us. So what's all this fuss about?
Even if that was remotely true, your guys went way over the line. 7 of our warriors were so badly injured that they're still out cold as we speak. The Flower Feather clan must compensate us for our losses. Hand over the sacred flame crystals.
And what, we'll hand them over after all that? Just because you waggled some fingers and said some angry words?
Didn't you claim that we're holding these trials to save a sick Saurian? Take what's necessary for the treatment, then return us the rest.
Say something, Amara. We're not leaving until you give us some answers.
If the other elders were here, they wouldn't waste their time on such puerile questions. If anything, I just wish we'd managed to collect more crystals. There are always people who think they're so clever. So many contestants were just pocketing the ones they got in the trials. I'll bet your chiefs all have sweet little personal stashes too, huh? Everyone was in a frenzy, snatching the crystals up wherever and whenever they could. We're hardly the only winners. I wouldn't even call us the biggest ones.
You what?
I get it now. Snatching the spoils while using the Bloomflower trials to weaken the other tribes. You planned this all along! Ugh, that Nampol. Can't believe I trusted him.
The children of Echoes will not forget this. Let's go!
Brother, where's Antu?
Oh, you're back. Come, sit down. I'll explain everything.
Look, no need for that. I only came back to ask. Are the rumors true?
Rumors? What rumors?
That the Bloomflower trials spiraled into an all-out bloodbath, sparking a heated dispute among the chiefs. And that no one was bothered in the slightest about Antu. By the time anyone noticed, he was already gone. How could you lie to me, Amara? You promised you'd make sure the Bloomflower trials went smoothly. Why would you resort to such underhanded tactics?
You think I had a choice? As soon as one person broke the rules, the whole thing became a free-for-all. Playing by the rules gets you nowhere in this world. If I hadn't taken things into my own hands, another tribe would have just swooped in and seized the winnings for themselves. These sacred flame crystals, they have limitless potential. I, for one, wouldn't miss a chance to strengthen our tribe.
I won't debate ethics with you. Where are the sacred flame crystals? Give me some. I'm going to search for Antu.
I've put them all into our research.
You did what?
I did set some aside for Antu in the beginning, but he ran off, didn't he? So there was no longer any need. He's your companion, yes, but the life of a single Saurian is nothing compared to the future of our tribe.
Hear, hear. You've certainly proven yourself a worthy chief, Imara. Your name will no doubt be etched into the hearts of the Flower Feather clan for generations to come. Just remember this. No excuses can hide the harm your greed has inflicted. All the hope and trust that little guy placed in you, placed in me, you'll never know what that feels like.
Wait, Nampal! Where are you going?
Onto! Onto! Onto, it's me! Please! Answer me! Onto, are you okay? Oh, look at you out here all on your own. I'm so sorry, Onto. This is all my fault. I'll think of another way. After that, I left the Flower Feather clan and lived here on this hill with Onto. He was running out of time. I took him from tribe to tribe, begging them to spare some sacred flame crystals, our last hope. But no one believed me anymore. I begged them again and again, enduring sneers, insults, even beatings. Until finally, Onto's time came. In those last few days, he seemed consumed by an overwhelming sorrow. And then I realized it wasn't just the sickness weighing him down, no. Remorse filled his gaze. I remember once, over at the Children of Echoes, someone approached us with a sacred flame crystal, flaunting it before quickly putting it away.
Ah, this is what you're after, is it? Dream on. Go beg your brother for some. How many did he snatch up for himself? He's the one who put you up to this whole I'm a victim charade, wasn't he? I don't buy it. What are you? You little vulture!
For some reason, Onto harbored a deep and intense hatred for the sacred flame crystals. Whenever he saw one, he would muster up every last ounce of his dwindling strength in trying to destroy it. It wasn't until years after Onto's death that I finally guessed at the truth. He must have witnessed people fighting over the crystals without comprehending why. Unable to fathom how those once cheerful humans had turned from best of friends to worst of enemies, he concluded that they must have been corrupted by the sacred flame crystals themselves. In Onto's eyes, the only reason they'd started collecting sacred flame crystals in the first place had been to save his life. If I hadn't been there, none of this would have ever happened. He carried this guilt with him until the very end. I too shall be bound by guilt for the rest of my days. If only I had taken part in the trials myself. If only I'd seen the greed in Amara's eyes, or even came back just a little bit sooner. But the past cannot be undone. I have immersed myself in the study of medicine and spent my life healing all kinds of Saurians. I buried Onto here on this hill, where I too one day shall rest. Before my own time comes, I have recorded all of this on these crudely woven scrolls in the belief that the truth should not lie buried. May those who come long after us learn from our errors, lest they repeat them. May the Natlan of their day be united as one, free once and for all from bloodshed and strife.
Medicine born of guilt.
So the Nampo from the scrolls was Aoife's ancestor? And that little Cuckoosaur spirit was once his Saurian companion?
Seems so. That's why he's been following you around, Aoife. Even though he doesn't like appearing in front of anyone else, he senses something familiar in you. No wonder there weren't any records of the last Bloomflower trials. If anything corrupts the human heart, it's greed. And who'd want to immortalize the memory of a scandal by which all 6 tribes were tainted? The bitter irony is that the sacred flame crystals turned out to be nowhere near as miraculous as they believed. All that scheming, after what proved to be nothing more than a hollow fantasy.
Hey, where's that little Cuckoosaur gone?
Look, over there! Do you think he's sad? Or maybe he's lost in his memories?
Thanks. I might need a breather over here. I regret lingering for centuries, unfolding like this before my eyes. Can't believe I'm just now hearing my ancestor's story. Now I know why we became vets too. I gotta think this through. What should I do? What can I even do?
I'll find some time to take these scrolls back to the Masters of the Nightwind. Just like Nampol said, the truth shouldn't stay buried.
Poor Antu.
Never thought I'd have the chance to meet my ancestor's Saurian companion. It's a pretty cool feeling. Wouldn't you say so, bro?
Can he understand what you're saying?
Kinda. I can pick up on Antu's vibes, just like he catches ours, but that's pretty much it. That's just how it is with Saurian companions. You have to spend a lot of time together to develop an intuitive bond. If my ancestor were here, I'm sure they'd vibe way easier.
In other words, he wouldn't understand even if we discussed everything that went on back then in front of him, right? I'm not even sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's probably better if he doesn't understand. I know that running from your problems isn't the way to solve them, and that we should face up to the challenges in our lives. But even if we told him the truth, wouldn't it only distress him more than he already is?
That's right. The people responsible, the ones who should have apologized to him, are no longer around. All the truth would do is tear open old wounds and sadden him all over again.
Isn't there anything we could do to help him forget his sorrow and find hope once more?
Just like Nampol, I've spent a lot of time studying Saurian psychology. They can be a bit slow sometimes, but they're razor sharp at others. They don't get complex human language, but they get a lot just from reading our eyes. In short, young Saurians are just like children. On one hand, they rely on their human companions. On the other, they really want to prove their worth. Helping people makes them happy, and feeling like a burden makes them sad. So, the best move isn't to get stuck on the truth of what happened, but to help make his current wishes come true.
His wishes?
For example, Antu, you decided to stay here because of Milray and Nyan, right? You're a smart kid. Sacred flame crystals are bad, bad things that cause endless arguments among good friends. But now, after hundreds of years, we finally found a way to beat them. Will you join forces with us to cleanse the evil inside them so we can save your buddy together?
Interesting approach. You want to turn a lie into the truth, huh?
Actually, I didn't really understand either. Is there really some kind of evil power inside the sacred flame crystals?
Oh, dear child. Come. Let Granny explain it to you.
Oh, I get it now. Okay, I'll do my best.
Not so fast. Hate to break it to you, but the three of us can't make this happen. Let's meet up at the stadium in 2 days. We'll spread the word and see who's willing to play along. As for making Antu understand, Kakuku can help out. They'll have an easier time communicating.